Oh, hello. I'm Timbo Took, and this is A Joy of Painting Middle-earth.
Hello there.
Are you a wizard?
Well, some might say I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
No. Say, I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
No, say, you are a wizard.
Oh, no, I'm not a wizard. I'm just a hobbit from the Shire. I'm Timbo Took. Who are you?
The name's Kenobi. Bill Kenobi. And I'm from a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, a galaxy. That sounds exciting. What's a galaxy?
Well, you see, a galaxy is a star system that's filled with planets and, well, it's a little difficult to explain. But the important thing is there's an evil empire and it's trying to enslave all the people in the galaxy.
Well, that sounds a little like Middle-earth. Do you have a wizard who puts together a team of unlikely heroes who goes off and defeats the Dark Lord?
Why, come to think of it, we do.
And are you that wizard?
No, I leave that to my brother. I'm just a mere painter.
There's no such thing as just a mere painter. Why, I'm a painter. That's what I'm doing here. We paint the most
fantastic landscapes in the galaxy?
Yes, something like that. I tell you what, I was getting ready to do a show, and maybe you could be the guest painter today.
Oh, Timbo, I'd be honored.
It would be my pleasure.
No. You bow to no one, my friend.
Oh, thank you. But I am married, so there is that.
Well, okay, how do we get this started?
Oh, it's easy to start. We just say, grab your paints and your brushes,
and let's go on an adventure. All right, thank you for having me as a guest host on The Joy of Painting Middle-earth. We're going to paint something today from my galaxy, which is far, far away. And I've got my canvas just like Timbo. I've put that magic white on it, so we're doing the wet on wet technique. And I've got some paints here. I've got alizarin crimson, sap green, Van Dyke brown, midnight black, cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, and of course 2 little piles of titanium white. And that's because we may pollute one, and we'll still have a pure one over there that we can go to. So we've got that. Let's get started here. We're going to a planet. I'm sure you've never heard of it. It's called Tatooine. And this planet is special because it has 2 suns. That's right. So we're going to come up here. I've just got some of that cadmium yellow going right here. And we're going to make, this is where the first sun is. So we're going to put that here. We're doing some sunsets. That's right, you heard me. That's plural. We're doing some sunsets. There we go, right there, just going around. There's one. Now we're going to have another sun that's a little bit further back in the sky. He's going to set a little bit later. There we are. We're going to come right up here and right about here. We're just taking this and just some crisscross strokes. We've got that magic white down already. We're just putting it in there. There we are. There we go. So those are our 2 bright spots. This one we'll put a little color into because it's going to be setting a little closer to that horizon. That's right. So now we're just going to come and we're going to go into some of this yellow ochre. We're just taking some of that yellow ochre, and now we're going to go right around the edges of this. There we go, just mixing that in. There you see, just like that, come down this way. Let's get a little more and go back to that higher sunset. Right up here. There we are. And this does some tricky things in the sky. You'll see, you'll notice. There we go. Right there. Just bring that out, mix it in, mix. And we're just doing crisscross strokes here. There we are, a little more yellow ochre right up top here. There we go. And this is a planet, this is a favorite planet of my brother Ben. I don't know what he sees in it, but he has some friends there, I guess, and we're just gonna come here. Just mix that in, there we are. Mix that around, there we go. Just take out some of those brush strokes for now. There we are. Let's get a little more color in there. Now we're going to make a brown. We're going to make this brown. Sometimes it's called the Christmas brown. I don't know why it's called that. Never heard of anything in this galaxy like that. We have Life Day we celebrate, but we take some alizarin crimson right there. We're going to stay more with that alizarin crimson there, and we're going to take a little bit of this sap green. We'll just come here. There we go. So this will give us a brown color that tinges on red. That's right. We're going to mix that up real good. There we go. Want to make sure we won't have any green streaks in there. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come down here. Now this sky will be more reddish down in this area. So we'll start here. We'll start here and we'll just come this way. Come this way. Bring it out. Come back, get some more. There we go. Right up this way. Mix some of that in. Bring it over this way. Oh, I got a lot of red right there, but we'll just say, we'll just say those are some clouds up there. I pressed a little hard when I had that. There we are. Oh, you see my colors? There we go. We just mix them out right like that. And that's the fun thing painting in this galaxy because, sometimes things aren't as they seem where you might be from. They're in Middle Earth. That's right. Bring it out this way. And we're just going to clean some of these colors off the brush right down here. That's where our land will be, so that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and wash this brush. So that's right. We're going to come in right here. And we go into our odorless paint thinner. That's what we're washing these brushes in today. And now I've got a rubbish bin right down here. Timbo has been nice enough to provide me with all of that. So we're going to come down here and we're just going to beat the Vader out of the brush. There we go. Oh, you don't know who Darth Vader is? Well, he's a bad guy. And there we go. We get him out just like that. Now that we have that brush nice and clean, we're just going to come and take out some of these brush strokes. There we go. Just moving that paint around. That's the nice thing about this wet on wet technique. There we are. This is our sky. Just that hazy mist up there. There we go. Let's see. We'll just soften this up a little bit more. Those are just light brush strokes. There we are. That gives us a nice desert sky. This is a desert planet. There's not anything green there, really. All right, let's take that brush. We'll just wash that again. Here we go. And again, we beat the Vader out of it. There we go. All right, let's put this down. Oh, my cloak is getting a little wacky on me. It's almost like it was just a brown piece of fabric I had lying around and I just threw it over my shoulders. No, I definitely did not do that. That's right. We have our suns we need to put in. Our twin suns that are setting. We're going to do some finger painting. I know you've done some of this before with old Timbo. we've got some of this titanium white. Just putting it right there on our finger. And we're going to come right here. Right there. Just putting that in. There we are. Little hazy back there. Little hazy. Maybe we just take a touch of that alizarin crimson. Let's work it out on our palette here. We just want to give this one just that touch of pink as it gets closer to that horizon. And we'll come right back to it here. There we are. Maybe just a touch more. Oh, that's pretty red. It's pretty red, but when it gets on that the other colors that are already on the canvas, it lightens up a bit. There we go. We'll just work that in. There we are. We have him off in the haze there. Now just gonna, just clean off my hand. There we are. There we go. All right. Now we've got another one we'll do right up here again. So we're just going to come back into that titanium white. Now this one is a little higher. It's not quite getting that haze from the horizon. So we'll put it in here. Just work that in, work that in. There we go. There we go. Now we have those two suns that are setting. Clean off my hand again. And we come with this clean brush. And we're just gonna go across it. Just soften it out a bit. Do the same. I'm gonna flip it over so I'm not using that same side. And I'm gonna go run right across this one. There we go. That just gives it. It's just sitting there in the haze. There we are. Now let's come back. Let's come back to this brown we made here. We're going to put some of our land in. Get that brown color, and we're just going to march in some hills. Just in the distance. Nothing much to see on this landscape. Just sand, just sand. There we are. Now my brother Ben, he watches after a kiddo here. I'm not sure what the connection is, but this little feller's on this planet and he's often daydreaming, I think, about where he might go and what adventures he might have. Bring that down. Let's darken this up a bit. Come back here, just get a little bit of that sap green, go in there. And again, we don't want to leave that green because nothing green grows on this planet. But just going into that red, that'll give us a nice dune color. There we go. Oh, not that planet with the sandworms. Well, there's something similar here, but there we go. Just put those hills off in the distance as those dunes go on and on. And just contour your land here some. There we go. And again, this is just the desert, so we don't want to look like there's things growing there. Just softly take your brush and whisk that away. There we are. It's a strange planet, but oh, it's got a beauty in its own way, especially with those twin suns. Now right up here, had a little hair from the brush right there. Let's get another brush that's clean. Let's see, I haven't used this one. I'm just going to come here, pull that out, and then soften it up. You see there? There you go. We don't make mistakes, just happy accidents. As that blue Jedi used to say, Bob Ross, the blue Jedi. That's right. He was a feller. Oh, we're going to go into some of this Van Dyke Brown now. We're just going to make some of this land closer. Did I go into Van Dyke Brown? That looks a little dark. Might have to lighten that up, but that's okay. We'll just bring this down, bring it this way. These are dunes, remember? Not a lot of detail here. Not much to see. Mix it in here. These are off in the distance. Not a lot to them. Oh, maybe we'll put one of those evaporators are back there in the distance. We'll just scrape some of that up onto our palette knife. There we go. Maybe back here there's one of those evaporator machines. Trying to harvest some water on this planet. That's what we'll call that. We'll call that an evaporator machine. I don't know. There we go. Not much there, just that one little thing sticking up. We'll come back in to this Van Dyke Brown. And we'll put more of this desert in. Just make it dark down here. Pull it across. There we go. As I said, my brother, he's often watching over this little guy who lives out here on these dunes. I think his name is Luke or Duke or something like that. But he's there and my brother watches over him. So let's put his little cottage, I'd call it. I don't know if that's what they call it on Tatooine, but he's got a little cottage here. Excuse me, I'll just fix that. And we're going to come. We've got this midnight black here. We'll see how this works. This is almost like some of the ice planets have these round domes that people live in. I think they call them igloos. These are kind of like that, but out in the desert. I might be standing right in your way. Forgive me if I do that. We'll make this to keep cool. They build this dome and then they dig down into the ground. Still, it's a very hot planet. Very hot planet. There we go. We'll just bring that in there. Let's leave some texture with it, but try and round that out a little more. There we go. And maybe there's an entrance right here. Maybe a little pad goes off this way. There we are. Maybe there's some sort of rock pile up here that you might go out to stand on and longingly gaze at those suns as they're setting. Suns set. That's kind of weird to say. That's plural, suns. And you watch that, and, well, you dream of where you might fly off to in the galaxy. Now that's what this little feller does, who is out there. Kind of whiny he is. My brother Ben, he looked after him, and he also looked after this other gal. Just a little girl about the same age. Oddly, they look quite a bit alike, but they live on different planets, so I'm sure that's just a coincidence. She, now on the other hand, she was quite the spunky little girl. That's right. She was, or is, I haven't seen her in a while. Let's see. We'll just make that. There we go. Maybe there's some sort of path here. We'll just say there's a path in the sand. Comes back this way. There we are. Now say, why don't we make that little feller there? We're just going to take some of our midnight black, just the short side of this palette knife. Just going to cut across, get a little beam, and maybe this little guy is standing right here. And let's give him a little head there. Not much to him. He's just a little duffer. Shaggy mop of hair, I tell you. Well, we'll just use this knife. Maybe he's looking through some binoculars or something. Or monocular. Whatever he calls it. There we go. All right, well, it's just a quick one today. Not many details there. It's a desert planet, so there's not many trees or mountains or water or things like that. But I do hope you like those suns set. And I appreciate old Timbo Took letting me come on and take over for a day. He'll be back next week, and he'll have some more to paint for you. Now remember, you can always go to timbotook.com if you want to find some of his prints that are available, those fantastic landscapes of Middle-earth that he paints. And remember, give him a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell, and he'll give you some good paintings to do. Enjoy your adventures. I appreciate you having me here. Goodbye, and God bless.